When will the crypto market finally rally? Well, yesterday I talked about why it's been crashing. It's because people think the Fed is going to stop printing money. And when they stop printing money, their balance sheet goes down. Here's a chart of their balance sheet in blue, and these are the projections. Here is the current projection. People think it's just going to roll off. Look at the prior projections. This is insane. Here's a prior projection. Totally didn't happen. Bitcoin was 3K, it went to 69K. Here's prior projections as well. These red lines. Did they happen? Absolutely not. Do you guys think this projection is going to happen? Most likely not. But we need more fear in the marketplace for the Federal Reserve to finally pivot away from their stance. It's all manipulation. They don't want the market to crash. They're probably not going to let the market crash. And so this is exciting news for long-term investors. Regardless, you can just buy the highest quality assets on sale. That's all most billionaires do. They hold their high quality stock and they ride it for years. And so we get to figure out what are the most high quality revolutionary assets that are ridiculously early stage. Let's dive through the news. The Flow ecosystem was already booming with over 10 million accounts, 1,000 active projects, and 2 million monthly transacting wallets. With permissionless smart contract deployment, we can't wait to see what innovations come next. This is a new development on the Flow blockchain. Before, if you wanted to build on the Flow blockchain, you needed permission from Dapper Labs. Now, literally anyone can build on the Flow blockchain. It's now permissionless. So look at the trend of Flow transactions. They were already exponential. This is a fun little diagram projecting where the transactions are probably going to go. This is the reality. This is the future. Who really knows? We will stay on top of the activity in the Flow blockchain and see what comes of this. But now the floodgates are open and anyone can build on this very high quality blockchain. Speaking of high quality blockchains, here's news from the Matic ecosystem. OX Polygon is following Solana and bringing Web3 to smartphones in a new partnership with tech startup Nothing. Nothing is a startup trying to compete with the iPhone. Obviously, one day there's going to be an iPhone killer out there. This is an HTC phone, just like Solana is building a phone. Well, now Polygon blockchain is going to power this phone. Just one revolutionary use case of blockchain technology, good for the Polygon ecosystem. Here's some of the biggest news in the space right now. Obviously, typical bear market behavior. Voyager Digital files for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Proposes recovery plan. I'm sure some of you guys have some crypto assets on Voyager. Here's the good news if you do. As part of this process, the proposed plan of reorganization would resume account access and return value to customers. Customers with crypto in their accounts will receive, in exchange, a combination of the crypto in their accounts, proceeds from the 3 Arrow Capital recovery, common shares in the newly reorganized company, and Voyager tokens. So they are expecting to compensate everyone with crypto in their accounts once the recovery plan takes place. They have funding. We'll stay on top of it. We'll see what happens. Here's an update on Bitcoin, the king of all crypto. These are exchange flows. When the Bitcoin is being taken off of exchanges and into cold wallets, these are the yellow lines. When Bitcoin is being added to exchanges, these are the red lines. Normally what happens is Bitcoin is taken off of exchanges, volume on the exchanges go down, and a supply crunch ensues. We're already expecting a supply crunch because miners aren't mining as much because the cost to mine is higher than the price of Bitcoin, so less supply is coming online. Big whales, big institutions are accumulating as much Bitcoin as humanly possible, taking it off. Wallet addresses, holder addresses are at all-time highs. The Bitcoin supply is going to be constrained. And now that people are taking liquid Bitcoin supply off exchanges, a supply crunch is going to be absolutely massive once any sort of demand picks up. I talked about yesterday how there was an announcement from the Shiba Inu development team. Well, there was. This is what they discussed. So much is going on in this ecosystem. Shibarium is a key component in this uncanny war we find ourselves in, as it will allow us to move assets on-chain with minor bone gas fees, empowering microtransactions. Shibarium is the layer 2 blockchain that the SHIB ecosystem is developing. They're literally building out technology that's going to enable microtransactions, which is key in all blockchain applications. Here's an update on a stable coin that they're developing called SHI. This will be an experimental protocol. Currently, the group of developers has submitted a version of Shi that combats the issues found in other projects. Along with this, Shi would be employed to counter as well as balance payments without market fluctuations. So they've seen all the devastation that's happened from these terrible algorithmic stablecoins. Now they're trying to do the opposite and combat the problems that those guys have faced. Hindsight is 2020. They have the benefit of hindsight and to not make the mistakes of the other stable coins. There is so much going on in this space. The Shiba Inu collectible card game has been in the works for quite some time now. Both PlaySide as well as Shiba Games will soon start testing and prepping for the launch of the project. There is so much going on in this space, guys. We will stay on top of this market.